Okay mga Lods, pakinggan na natin si Kiko Barsaga magkalat ng DDS propaganda. Explain ko sa inyo kasi kita nyo naman yung pangalan nung kung sino yung re-uploader nito sa TikTok, Tatay Diggs. Doon pa lang alam mo na eh. Pero don't worry about it, I got you fam. Pa-explain ko lang sa inyo kung paano mag-determine ng mga talking points ng mga... Kasi uso yan sa mga political vloggers kasi yung talking points. Miski ako parang maririnig nyo may talking points ako. Kaso wala. Totoo.
My fellow citizens,
Pero yung mga DDS meron yan. Sigurado.
our President Marcos no longer served the interests of the Filipino people, but rather the interests of his family and his political ally.
Okay, doon pa lang alam mo ng propaganda. Of course, may outright denial dyan ng Malacanang alam mo yun, kung totoo yan, sana hindi iniimbestigahan si Martin Romualdez ngayon. Martin Romualdez is being investigated right now. And kung pamilya at pamilya lang naman ang usapan, edi sana si Amy Marcos absuelto din sa hindi niya binabanatan yung kapatid niya, 'di ba? So it doesn't actually align with what is in reality right now. But it is a propaganda talking point. Let's go.
For over 3 years, we have endured the inadequacies of his presidency. From
Okay, well, that's I cannot contest
almost
that.
losing Mindanao to secession,
Oh, not true again kasi nga yung secession na yan si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte yung nag-start niyan. Ang sabi niya bandang nung 2024 ihiwalay daw niya yung Mindanao sa Luzon, okay? Hindi yun hindi nangyari yun kasi yung mga Mindanao leaders hindi nila gustong mangyari yun, 'di ba? Yung secession na yun, it's impossible to happen. 'Di ba? So, kaya nga dapat kinasuhan na yung si Rodrigo Duterte noon pa lang ng sedition. Pero wala wala naman nagkaso sa kanya. Ayun, pero ngayon nasa ICC na. So, 'di ba? Break it down ko sa inyo to kasi loaded itong sinasabi ni Kiko Barsaga. It's so sad kasi he's such a young politician. Nagpapagamit na agad siya sa mga powers that be. Tuloy.
with escalating tensions almost leading us to war.
Escalating tension, I think we just asserted our rights with China, okay?
And lastly, to our current problem now,
Okay?
the hundreds of billions of flood control funds stolen.
Okay, that's true. Alam naman natin yan. Pero again, credits yan kay Pangulong Marcos kasi he is the one who initially started this war on corruption, di ba? Or war on floods na sinasabi nila. Tuloy natin.
Worst cousin, former House Speaker Martin
Okay.
Romualdez, was implicated in the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee.
Okay, that is directly because of President Marcos. Tandaan natin, because of his action na i-call out yung mga mahiya naman kayo, sumabit yung pangalan ni Martin Romualdez diyan. Oh, 'di ba? Let's be fair to Pangulong Marcos. He has his flaws, pero he also has yung mga kumbaga may ginawang tama, may ginawang mali. And we have to credit him dun sa actions niya ngayon for this kung bakit ba tayo nasa conversation na ngayon, di ba? Tuloy natin.
In relation to that, I've recently discovered a plot where they plan to remove me, the congressman who dared to criticize
Well, that's really hindi yan yung nangyari. What happened was you got an ethic complaint. It's not a plot against you. It is public knowledge kasi plots or schemes are not public knowledge, 'di ba? 'Di ba nagkaroon nga sila ng hearing noon kasi nga etong si Barsaga ay napakakulit sa internet. So, etong kanyang party leader ng NUP kung saan kasapi yung tatay niya, pinailan siya ng ethic complaints. Okay? So, that's the point there, bro. Wag mong i-twist yung storya kasi eto na yung play of narratives na tinatawag. Nakikita niyo kung paano niya nilalaro yung salita. Diba? Ano yung totoong nangyari dito? Bakit siya kinomplain? Ang kulit niya kasi. Kung ano-ano yung kakulitan na ginagawa niya. So, ang ginawa nung NUP, yung dati niyang party, hinukay yung mga ginawa nitong bata na to. Ayan. Ngayon, it's a plot. No, it's not a plot. A plot is something that you do not know publicly. But this is not a plot. This is actually public knowledge already. Tuloy.
to criticize them on their corruption.
Yun ba talaga yun? Yung kaya ka kinetic complaint? No, it's because of your actuations. Beyond your exercise of freedom of speech, diba? That's unfair. That's really unfair to your previous leader. You can criticize Martin Romualdez. I think at this point in time, everyone is already criticizing him. And because of our protection from suit, dahil this is of public interest, itong pang-call out natin kay Martin Romualdez, I think you are you heading that is not a problem. What the problem is if you are not acting like a congressman in doing your call outs. Tuloy.
From the House of Representatives through the Ethics Committee or through a baseless accusation of crime.
Okay, hindi naman ng baseless yung accusation sa'yo, of course. Hindi naman sasampayan ko. Alam nyo ba sa DOJ ngayon, mataas na yung standard of evidence na kailangan mo. Kaya nga, di ba, pag hindi aakyat yung kaso mo, hindi nila titignan ng piskal yan. Di ba? Tuloy natin.
And with how much control President Marcos and his son, House Majority Leader Sandro Marcos has over Congress, I believe they will succeed soon.
What do you mean by succeed soon? Kasi ngayon, sabi nila, inayos daw nila yung 2026 budget ng walang anomalya. Of course, I would invoke yung presumption of regularity na tinatawag, di ba? Tuloy.
And that is why, with the limited time I have, I will use the position...
Limited time that we have. Oh, may due process naman yan, idol. Wag overly dramatic, di ba? Pagka nandyan na yung hatol sa'yo, doon na lang natin doon tayo mag-usap-usap kung ano yung mangyayari sa career mo. Pwede ka naman umayos, pwede ka naman mag-sorry, di ba?
Granted to me by the people to call for his removal.
Bakit? So, gusto niya ngayon magkaroon ng people power, okay? Sa October 12 naman to. Kasi hindi nag-succeed yung nung September 21, October 12 naman to. Try and try until you succeed, di ba? Okay, tuloy natin.
From power. Just like how we removed the late dictator for the...
Well, is Marcos being a dictator right now? Actually, he was the one who started all of this, na yung pagsabog nito. And meron ng mga forefront sa corruption allegation. Nandiyan si Saldico, si Martin Romualdez, si Chis Escudero, and all of the people na may insertions. So why are you gunning for President Marcos? It doesn't make sense at this point. Who benefits kasi pag nawala si Marcos? Yung successor niya, which is si Sara Duterte. If you want to support Sara Duterte, supporta mo sa 2028. Huwag mong i-disrupt yung buhay namin just because meron kayong political agenda. Kasi tayo yung maapektuhan yan pag nag-iba ng bureaucracy ngayon. Alam mo yun, yung status ko ngayon, it's not good. Pero it's definitely not uncertain kasi pag nag-iba yung nakaupo ngayon, it would be very uncertain. So, napaka-selfish naman itong mga tao na to na iuupo mo si VP Sara agad-agad nang wala pang 2028 when in fact, mga Lods, hindi naman tayo sigurado kung ano yung kalalabasan ng presidency niya Dito at least alam na natin. Marcos is making an effort para i-stamp out yung mga corrupt, even including his cousin. Why? Why is this not seen? Why is that not highlighted? Diba? Ba't pinapako mo sa krus si Marcos when he is the one who started all of this? Tuloy.
Marcos Sr., we shall also remove this president that has betrayed our country.
Oh yan, diba? Sobrang sobrang grabe yun. Betrayed our country. Hindi ba si Duterte yun for selling us out to China? Come on, bro.
I'm no longer concerned about whatever I must sacrifice.
O yan, so ikaw kasi yung nag-ingay So why is it na ikaw yung nag-ingay pero other people are supposed to suffer with you? Suffer alone. Kasi kagagawan mo yan Right now, the economy is somewhat stable. The country is somewhat stable. Going to the streets again to have these people rally and to depose the president will make us unstable, bro. Ikaw na lang, pare. Maraming nagtatrabahong Pilipino na hindi kasing yaman mo kasi hindi sila galing sa political dynasty. Yes, the grasp to power is fun for you, yung mga kagaya mo. Pero sa aming mga normal, we like the status quo to be clear ngayon, to be stable ngayon. Pagdating ng 2028, doon kami lalaban kung sino yung gusto namin. Don't speak for the rest of us. Wag ka magtawag ng ganito. Kung mga DDS lang yan, sure flop yan. Tuloy.
If I am to be killed, then I shall die fighting.
Oh. No one will kill you. Ano naman yan? Alam mo, if someone will off your life, why not go to the NBI and file a report? Kasi pwede naman yun mga grave threats na yan. May witness protection nga Who are these people na threatening you? Wag puro arte, tol. Kasi OA na kasi talaga. Yung ginagawa niya. Yes, you're popular. You're making the media rounds. Pero it screams clout. It doesn't scream na may pinaglalaban ka talaga. Kung may pinaglalaban ka talaga, edi anuhin mo, ilaban mo araw-araw. It's not gonna happen. Yung automatic na mapapalitan yung we're searching for accountability, not a new government. Sara Duterte is not a one fixed solution for this country. Baka nga mas worse pa eh. That is a possibility that I'm not willing to go to until 2028. Tuloy.
If I am to be imprisoned, then I shall fight from the confines of my cell. If I am to be defeated and forgotten, then I...
Di ba parang ano na yan eh, mga motherhood statement na yun. Oh, lalaban ako. Everyone is saying that, as meron pang magandang background music. Come on, boy, stop this.
...shall thrust this burden onto the next generation. With Defense Secretary Gibo Chidoro
okay, sige Bo,
bringing
bakit?
our country closer and closer to war with China.
Okay, so we're just asserting our rights against China. And paano naman naging point of conflict dito ang China? China doesn't care about they care about kung sino yung uupo kasi, pero they have said multiple times that they won't throw the first bullet dito, and may level of escalation yan. As far as we know, they are not using civilian ships lang yung pinagro-ronda nila, hindi yung mga warships nila, yung military ships nila. Gets mo ba? Ano ka ba? Yes, sa atin yung West Philippine Sea, and or yung at least yung part na napanalunan natin sa The Hague. So ironic, sa daig niya naman. So we're just trying to fight for it. Tuloy.
I'm uncertain of our future, but there is hope.
Okay. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, di ba? How does a successful EDSA work? It needs the military, the Armed Forces of the Philippines,
Armed Forces of the Philippines,
the police,
Philippine National Police, and
PNP,
Philippine Reserve Forces.
Ayan, Philippine Reserves kung siya natanggal. Oh.
Along with all the citizens who...
Because yan yung, that's the only way para mag-succeed ang EDSA if the current military powers and police powers are to join the people. Kasi walang poprotekta sa Malacanang. So, Malacanang is in a zugzwang, katulad sa Chesnon. Whatever they do, they need to abandon their position of power. Ganon yung mangyayari if magiging successful ang EDSA. Look at all the EDSA. EDSA 1, paano ba nag-succeed yun? Ramos and Enrile, umalis kay Marcos Sr. EDSA 2, Lacson and Angelo Reyes, umalis kay ERAP. So, ganon din yun dito, mga lods. So, I'm just saying sa inyo na, come on man, may mga trabaho tayo sa Lunes, okay? Let's not waste our time anymore in the political tug of wars of the Marcos and the Dutertes. If ngayon kasi statistical winner si Sara Duterte sa lahat ng survey. So let it be. Punta na lang tayo sa 2028 and stop disrupting the country. It's so sad na ganito yung nangyayari. Anyway, mga kamats, mga kaibigan,
better future for our country and our descendants. Join our call to invoke our democratic right to have our voices be heard.
Well, you can always be heard sa iyong message. Why not? Why are you going to ask us to go to the streets? May mga trabaho yung mga karamihan na gusto mong isama dyan sa rally mo.
Let us call upon people power and create a better Philippines that our children will be proud.
And who will sit? Si Sara Duterte. It ain't gonna happen, child. Not in my lifetime anymore. Let's wait for 2028 and doon tayo mag-usap-usap kung ano ba dapat gawin dito sa Pilipinas na to. If Sara Duterte wins, so be it. Yun lang naman po yung sa akin for today, mga